My name is Lina. I am 24 years old. This is a story I never thought I would tell. It is about love, pain, and the way life changes when we least expect it. 4 years ago, I met Evan. He was a quiet man, but his eyes were full of kindness. I worked in a small cafe near the university, and he came in every morning for coffee. One day, he forgot his notebook on the table. I ran after him, calling out, "Sir, you left this." That's how we started talking. Soon, Evan came not just for coffee, but for me. We sat in the corner of the cafe during my breaks. He told me about his love for books, for travel, for music I had never heard of. I laughed at his jokes. I told him my dreams. I wanted to be a writer. He always said, "Lina, your words will touch hearts one day." 3 months later, we were a couple. Evan was not rich. He worked hard, took care of his sick mother, and still found time for me. I loved that about him. Life was simple, but full of hope. We didn't need fancy things. We had each other. But then, something changed. One rainy evening, Evan didn't show up. I waited in the cafe until it closed. I called him, messaged him. No answer. 2 days passed. I went to his house. The windows were dark, the door locked. Gone. Just like that. I couldn't understand. Was it something I did? Something I said? My heart broke in silence. Weeks turned into months. I cried alone. I wrote letters I never sent. I asked God why he left without a word. But there was no answer. People told me to forget him. Move on, Lina, they said. I tried. I smiled in front of others. But every night, I remembered the sound of his voice, the way he held my hand, the way he believed in me. 1 year later, I published my first short story. It was called The Empty Seat at the Cafe. It was about love, loss, and waiting. People loved it. They said it made them cry, but they didn't know it was real. Thumbs up sign. 2 years had passed since Evan left. I had changed. I was no longer the girl who cried every night. I was a writer now. People read my stories. I had fans, readers, and a little more peace in my heart. But deep inside, I still wondered, where did Evan go? Why? One cold evening in December, I was invited to speak at a small book event. After my talk, I walked out into the snow. A voice called my name, Lina. I turned slowly. My heart stopped. It was Evan. He looked thinner. His eyes were tired, but the kindness was still there. I didn't know what to say. My lips trembled. I had imagined this moment 1,000 times, but now it was real. "I'm sorry," he said, voice shaking. I didn't know how to come back. I stared at him. "Why did you leave me?" I asked, tears forming. Evan took a deep breath. "My mother was dying. She didn't want me to tell anyone. She wanted to die in peace, without people feeling sorry for her. I had to leave. I had to take care of her." We moved to a small village near the sea. She passed away 6 months later. I listened, heart heavy. "Didn't you tell me?" I whispered. "I was afraid. Afraid you'd come with me and lose your dream. Afraid I'd hold you back," he said. "But I read your stories, Lina, every one of them. I saw you become the woman I always believed you could be." I looked away. Part of me was angry, but part of me still loved him. Maybe I always did. He stepped closer. "I came back because I couldn't live with the silence anymore. I don't expect you to forgive me. I just wanted to say, thank you, for loving me, for keeping me alive through your words." We stood there in the falling snow, 2 broken hearts finding words again. Weeks passed. We started talking, slowly, sharing stories, drinking coffee like we used to. One morning, Evan placed a small notebook on the cafe table. "Write something in it," he said. I opened the first page. It said, "To Lina, the woman who never gave up on love, even when love gave up on her." I smiled. This time, Evan stayed. I hope you enjoyed this story. Have you ever experienced? Share your stories with us in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories and adventures. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.